I was pretty sure that I just saw some hoodlums go past my house in the middle of the night. Look at that, it's dark. And then I looked up and they'd stolen my goatee. What happened there? What happened there? I'd say shoot my good side, but they're both my good side. Hewlett Packard, HP, reported earnings today. This is actually not a bad side for them either. The market didn't like it in after hours, but HP's earnings per share came in at 43 cents. That beat the street by 1 cent, and revenues of $13 billion beat the street by $750 million, and they're up 9.8% year over year. Let's take that in. Just let that marinate. HP was on their way out a few years ago. The death knell had been signaled. It was over. It was over for HP. People didn't think HP was going to be able to survive another couple of years. They've actually started to turn this around. Now, I don't think they're ever going to turn it around and become a leader like they were once before, but they're still in the game. Let's give some credit to the guys over at HP who at one point in time, I wouldn't have touched this company at all. Now, they're still kind of middle of the pack. They do some things really well, but they're not outstanding anywhere. But they've figured it out. They've got a brand name that works. People know HP. Unfortunately, they had a lot of years where they weren't doing the greatest business. Now, it seems like they finally figured some stuff out. Let's take a look at the earnings call. Personal Systems up 12%. So Personal Systems incorporates, so they got the two segments. Personal Systems up 12%, printing up 6%. So the Personal Systems encompasses notebooks, notebook sales, desktop sales. So we've got notebook sales up 16% and in dollar value and up 12% in unit sales. So that's to be growing in a market space with that many tablets out there, to still be selling that many more notebooks. I love a laptop. Laptops are a great type of computer. So I understand they've got the processing power of an actual PC a lot of the time, but they've got the portability of somewhat a tablet. It's close to it, but it's really good. And HP seems to be doing good selling them. And desktop sales are up 5% in revenue and up 3% in units. They're even selling desktops really well. Desktop sales overall are consistently on the decline month after month after month. Desktop sales are down universally, but HP seems to be getting a little market share of what is left of the desktop purchasing public. And desktops, again, quite useful if you're doing any type of media work, if you're doing anything in the gaming, you're going to need a really good PC, and HP seems to be getting their share of it. So supplies are down 1%, but they're up. This is in the printing now. So printing supplies down 1%, but up 10% on the year still. So it wasn't a great quarter, but they're still up. They're doing really well this year. The commercial hardware was down 3%, but consumer, or 2%, I think it was. Consumer hardware was up 3%. So they're not doing as well on the commercial level, selling the corporate stuff, but on a consumer level, they're still finding a little bit of market share. Not too bad in a printing segment where, I mean, printing is, I don't know a lot of people who own printers like they did 15 years ago. 15 years ago, there was a printer in everybody's house. There was a dot matrix printer in my house at one point 30 years ago. But a printer in everybody's house now, I don't know, man. Everybody seems to be able to move media around so much easier than having to print it off on actual sheets of paper. I know a lot of households that don't have printers. So to be gaining market share in that is really good. I thought this was an excellent earning call by HP. They find themselves with $7 billion of cash and equivalents on hand at the end of the quarter. It's a pretty good turnaround story. HP's doing a really good job. There was a point in time where HP didn't look like they were going to make it. HP looks like they've righted the ship and they're on the right path. I'm going to go try to find the guys that took this goatee.